UFC. Visit ultimatepoker.com for your poker room online. Cormier 35, Henderson 43. Henderson weighing in at 199 pounds will have a slight reach advantage. With the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 30 wins, 11 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 199 pounds. Fighting out of Temecula, California, he is the former Pride welterweight and middleweight champion and the former Strikeforce light heavyweight champion, presenting Dan Henderson! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler and a kickboxer, holding an undefeated professional record, 14 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, he is the former Strikeforce heavyweight Grand Prix champion, Daniel D.C. Cormier. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
Take yourself at all time will be my command at all time. If you want to touch left, do it now, go back to your corner.
Huge respect, mutual. DC, Hendo. You saw Cain Velasquez, the heavyweight champion. Training partner, very good friend of Cormier, but an Arizona State Sun Devil like Henderson.
Are you ready, sir?
He watches
ready?
very closely
Fight.
tonight. And here we go. Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. White trunks for Hendo. Black trunks for DC, Daniel Cormier. That right hand is always in the trigger position.
You can see by the stance of Cormier that he was going to start throwing some kicks. Seemed to have a bit of an upright stance. And that's one of the differences between their styles. Cormier throws a lot of hand techniques, but he'll throw high kicks. You very rarely see that from Henderson. But does have good leg kicks. Ducks under there.
Yeah, he did. Looking for the high.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great takedown. Right into side control jump. Wow. He took Hendo for a ride there.
Cormier, the bigger man, struggles a bit to get down to 205. And as we said, Dan Henderson weighed in quite a bit below the limit at 199.
We've only seen Cormier for 1 minute and 19 seconds at 205 in that fight against Patrick Cummins down the street at the Mandalay Bay.
And Dan has Cormier's right arm tied up with his legs, and he's holding on to his left arm like this. He's got him in a bit of a cradle. Look at that. Cormier tried to slam his way out of it. And Dan hit him with some hard elbows from this position. He's trying to hold that arm in place. Now he's trying to go for an arm bar. He's trying to submit him here, and Cormier pulls his arm out.
Both of these men possess that wrestling strength, Joe.
And Cormier got out of both trouble spots. And now Cormier in full side control here.
Trying to work the body of Henderson. He wants to get out of this position. We always talk about iron sharpens iron. Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier. They were made to go to battle as teammates in MMA. They have both learned from each other and pushed each other to unparalleled limits.
That is a tremendous advantage, having someone like Cain Velasquez with just infinite gas tank, who has world-class skills, one of the best heavyweights, if not the best ever. And that's the guy you train with on a day-to-day basis.
And they're really not cutting weight, Joe, but when they're in there working, they're really close in weight.
Yeah.
Similar build, everything's perfect.
Yeah, and they go at it. I've watched some of those training camps. I've watched some of those videos of sparring sessions, and it's amazing. I mean, these guys push each other to the brink, and that's what makes great fighters. Having that kind of an environment, having great training partners that are elite world-class fighters that, you know, are better than almost anybody you're ever going to face inside the cage.
Cormier trying to get the mount.
Moving in the mount as Dan holds onto his neck. And Dan's in a bit of a pickle here. He's not taking too much damage, but he's stuck underneath the bigger
Careful with
man,
the finger,
Cormier,
Mr. Cormier.
not scoring any points, and he can't win from there.
And again, half guard is a position that wrestlers don't mind from the top. And now he's trying once again to get to the full mount.
Yeah,
Almost there.
He's hitting him with some hard body shots too, and that allowed him to fully escape in the mount. And Dan is trying to hip escape and get back to half guard.
He does.
Wrap the leg up, but purely defensive at this point.
No question. But as you said, not taking a ton of damage.
Not taking a ton of damage, but
Watch your
getting
finger.
exhausted, having the bigger man on top of him. And for DC, not much work. Making Henderson carry his weight is huge. Big punches to the body. Good up kick by Dan.
Henderson's last 7 bouts have come against former champions in one organization or another, and Cormier thinks he's a future champion.
This is crazy watching Cormier ragdoll Dan on the ground like this. The way he took him down, and now the way he's handling him on the ground. These are big shots.
Just over a minute on the clock here in the first.
Completely controlling the ground.
Yeah. And this is Olympian versus Olympian. Both
Looking
men
for
representing
Kimura
the
here.
U.S.
North-south
wrestling.
position.
A lot of top position here in round 1 for DC.
Dan looking for, trying to get a leg lock there and allowed him to stand back up. He's on that leg lock attempt to get back to his feet.
Watch for the H-bomb.
When you see Daniel Cormier, I should say, stand up tall, well, there's a big right hand over the top. Look for those kicks to start coming. There it is. Yeah.
And with Henderson, look for the low inside kick from the left with the right hand follow. That's his trademark move.
Look at Henderson trying to take Cormier down.
Okay.
Cormier able to stuff it. 10 seconds on the clock. Big round 1 for Cormier.
Yeah, huge with that big takedown, and huge with his dominance on the ground, his ability to control Dan Henderson.
Hey, great top again, DC.
Breathe and listen.
Perfect. Okay.
Breathe and listen.
Nice look you got out there. I want you to continue moving to the right. That is the key, okay?
Anything you want to do,
I don't care. I want that continuous movement, okay?
Hey.
I want a little more damage on the ground. I want a little more space to create it. You got to pick your shots, okay? Hey, don't worry. Nice
Crazy Bob
shots,
Cook.
okay? Pick your shots.
Hey,
Mendez in the
DC.
corner of DC.
Look at this.
Wow.
That's called ragdolling somebody. And when you do it to someone like me, it's not impressive. When you do it to Dan Henderson, that's very impressive. And Daniel Cormier is nothing but impressive in his